I need to suss out who the other recovering perfectionists are in this room. So just a couple quick questions for you. You ever had one of those days where you wake up in the morning and you look at your schedule and you got like a patch of blue sky in there? There's no appointments, there's no phone calls, there's no running around to do. And if you're like me, you're like all excited about it. I get like an adrenaline buzz because I'm thinking, I'm going to get so much done today. This is going to be a perfect day. At the end of the day, I'm going to feel like I accomplished everything. And come the end of the day, the most productive thing you do is, update your Facebook profile. Had days like that, I can hear it. Or let's talk about attitude. I mean, with the rain, with the weather, with the economy, with the price of food, with the price of gas, there are days I wake up in the morning and I'm just depressed. And I think that probably applies to a lot of us, and I don't like that about me. I don't want to be a depressed individual. I pride myself on having a positive attitude. So you, like me, decide that you can't control them. All you can do is control you. And you decide that, all right, today, like water off a duck's back, I'm not going to let anything bother me. And you're excited again in the morning, but somewhere like, around 8 o'clock, something goes awry, and you say, well, today's shot. Like there aren't 16 additional hours left in the day for you to recover it. Or let's talk fitness, because we aren't getting any younger. You decide you finally have to get in shape. And you go out and buy like a perfect stationary bicycle or maybe one of those fancy treadmills. You bring it home, you set it up, you're enthused about it, and it becomes the most expensive coat rack you have ever purchased. I don't think I'm alone in that. And then you decide, well, that didn't work, so maybe if I just change the way I eat, I can do something a little bit better. And you decide to stay away from those red light foods or those foods that drive you a little crazy. And you do, for a short while, until like the holidays come along. And then you eat something that you said you weren't going to eat. And then you realize that didn't work. And at that point, you say to yourself the creed of every perfectionist, which is, well, I blew it. As long as I blew it, I might as well really blow it, and I can start again next week, next month, or in January. I mean, it doesn't make any sense that we do that, but if you can relate to any of those, or if, like me, you've been looking at the TEDx logo over here and realizing the T is off by about 1 degree, and the top doesn't line up with the E, and it's driving you a little bit nuts like it has me, let me welcome you officially to our meeting. Hi, my name's Scott. I'm a perfectaholic. I'm not proud of it, I'll admit it. I've been working on it. I can't seem to change it. I keep going down the same path and trying to make it different, but it just doesn't work. You know, and it doesn't make sense, I know that. It would be like heading out here to Trinidad Bluff and wanting to get the ultimate photograph. So you decide to go over the rail and you get right there so you can get the perfect view, and a wind comes by and blows 1 foot over the cliff and you go, well, as long as 1 foot's over, I might as well take the other one. This is not a logical thing. We're smart enough to know it doesn't work, and we keep doing it. And I think I know why, and I'd like to share that with you. The reason is we don't grow up. We become wrinkled children. I think inside, each one of us still feels like we did about 30 years ago. Well, maybe if you're 30, you don't. But for the rest of us who are older than that, we still feel the same inside. And the problem with having a child who lives within us is that child believes in magical thinking, which is if I just do it right, read that perfect, everything's going to turn out okay. We don't want to squelch that kid's dreams because sometimes that's all that keeps us going. So we periodically give in and we say, all right, I'll do it your way today. Today I'm going to do it your way. Today I will be the pinnacle of professional productivity. I will get everything done at work. And to deal with the spirit that is within me, I will wake up extra early and I will pray. I will meditate. I will get in line with all that I can be for 2 hours. And after that, I will match that by taking care of my body with a 2-hour jog, where I will make sure that my target heart rate is always within its perfect range. When I come home, I will, of course, take a bath in purified water. I will then have the ultimate breakfast, which consists of range-free, all-organic, non-processed, no sodium, no fat, high-fiber foods. And I will think to myself, this is my new day. It is my new dawn. It is my genesis. It is my beginning. And when the alarm goes off at 3 in the morning, and I look out at the night sky and the one star, I will realize that one bright star is actually the symbol of what will happen today. so much is going to be accomplished. I will get all of this done. I will do so much today to make it happen that I'll go, you know, I think I'd rather sleep in and I can pull the blankets up over my head. See, that's the thing about perfectionism. The attempt to do too much is actually a barrier which prevents us from doing anything. And I'd like to take it a step further. I think that in reality, that the striving for perfection thing is an excuse to avoid doing what we need to do to get better. I mean, if, for example, this area is our definition of success, and we know that in order to feel successful, we have to end up in this little definition at the end of the day, and we logically also know that we're not going to get there, we're not stupid. We're not going to try it. I mean, we can be frustrated without having to make it through a whole day. When I was in college, there was a bumper sticker I loved. It said, "Flunk now, avoid the June rush." So I'll just go ahead and do that, have it done and over with. So if we realize that the problem is that we think wrong about getting things done, then the solution is we have to change it. Why do we do it? I'll tell you that too. It's a habit. A habit is a behavior that we do repeatedly to make the short-term events in our life turn out easier. The problem is they have side effects. So like as I was introduced, my thing is wait. When I'm bored, I eat. When I'm depressed, I eat. When I'm angry, I eat. And there are people, and I see some of them right here in this room, that when they're bored, they read a book. When they're angry, they call a friend, or when they're depressed, they take a brisk walk. And there's a clinical term for those people. They're called skinny. Their thoughts lead them to go in a certain way, and their life turns in a certain direction. My thoughts lead me to go in a different way, and I end up in a different direction. If I want to be in a different place, I got to change what's going on inside of my thoughts. And the first thing I got to realize is it is okay to not accomplish it all. Take again the example of the small child who's just starting out, 9 months, maybe a year old, and she's just learning how to walk. And maybe you have a dinner party and everybody's sitting around the living room and there's the coffee table and little Susie's hanging onto the edge of the coffee table and she's kind of scooting herself along as she does and finally decides to take that big move. And she lets go of the coffee table and she kind of wobbles for a second and she takes a couple of steps and what happens to her? Boom, hit her. She lands on the ground. What do we do as a supportive adult? We go, "Oh my God, Susie walked. Did you see that? Did you see that? Susie walked. Oh, come here, come here." We get a video camera to record somebody who didn't even go a yard. You know, we are so excited about it, and the reason we do it is because we know that by encouraging her, she will get up and she will do it again. If we said to her the same types of things we said to ourselves in our head, which would go something like this, "That's it? That's all you got for me? You couldn't even make it to the wall? What a disappointment you are. What a failure you are." If we talk to children out loud the way we talk to ourselves in our head, we'd be locked up for child abuse. It doesn't work. If guilt and shame were motivational, we would all be happier, we would all be healthier, we would all be more successful. It doesn't work. Neither does the striving for perfection goal. If I want to accomplish more, I have to realize small steps done regularly, generated with positive reinforcement, will always generate more results than large steps done intermittently. In other words, if I really do want to get fit, if I do want to get in shape, it makes a lot more sense to get up right now and walk a block than to swear I'm going to run a mile and sleep in tomorrow. Thank you.